I have been doing them nearly all my life, but nobody knew. And now, in a sense, God has given me more space and, please God, more time to help. And I suppose maybe when I'm not here anymore, that will be continued by others, because I will be able to show them the love you have to give, the understanding you have to give. Sometimes is someone that has a dying wish, and that can be a father or a mother or a child, and they just want to come and visit and spend a few hours with us. And usually the whole family comes, so it can be, a very exciting day. But most of the time I hear back that it was the best day of the person's life, and to me that is very, very important, that we help those that are like that, and even, sometimes, where I would have said, yes, a person can come and they're very depressed or very down, but they're suicidal. In that situation can be that so much has happened in that family's life that when God opens that door for one of them to come, the whole family comes, and then it's healing, and it's letting everything out. It's helping them. It's giving them the spiritual help that they can't get anywhere else. And sometimes I don't understand that, because to me that's God's doing, and the angels. That's the souls of those people. I know I could tell you many stories. I just remember thinking, this little child, and he kept on at his parents that he wanted to go to see Lorna, and it was his dying wish. And eventually they brought him, and we spent the whole day together. It was an incredible day, because even the little boy's other siblings had a fantastic time. Even though that is sad, that, he had to go home to heaven, and it was hard on the parents. But I always hear back from the parents, or maybe they will come back again, and ask, could we spend another day just to talk about everything? And I would always do that. Sometimes I would just get a call and say, I would already know. I'd be waiting on Pearl to tell me, or Susie to tell me. And how would I say, just to see the light in who is sick, whether it's a child or the mother or the father, or if it's just a whole family that have gone through so much trauma, and they're trying to crawl out of that dark, black, muddy hole that they keep sliding back down into. And whatever happens, I can't say to you what happens. It's like, they just tell me, we've been able to get out of it. You have changed our lives. The miracles, the blessings have happened for them. It was like a young girl that I met maybe 6 months ago, and she tried to commit suicide already a few times. And I just spoke to her for a few minutes. Sometimes it's someone on the street, or I'm told to say hello to them. And I met her there a little while ago, and she just turned around and said, I'm great now, thank you. But she's so aware now of her soul and her guardian angel, and she's so aware of that spiritual connection, of knowing that she's not just a human being, but she's a spiritual being. And I did love the way, when she kind of, how would I say, turned and smiled and said, and I believe in God now, and off she went, in that way. And that's what it's about for those who are helping but don't know who they have saved. They don't need to know. I don't even need to know. You know, um, and once a life has been saved, like what will that young girl who's 15 or 16, you know, we've changed her thinking. She's more aware spiritually of herself, but more aware of the world around her and of nature. You know, I know she will do great things herself in whatever way that is, and probably affect some of her friends. You know, she'll probably one day have the courage and say, listen, I believe in my guardian angel, and you know, you shouldn't be doing that. You know, she'll stand up for someone else. She'll reach out that helping hand. Or she will say to one of her friends, maybe who is being extremely racist or hating somebody else, she might turn around and say, you shouldn't be feeling that way. And she might be able to tell her why she shouldn't be able to feel, why she shouldn't be feeling that way. I might be giving a talk and face in the audience, and I go up to them maybe afterwards, and you know, they're sitting in a wheelchair, and many of them have often come up to me afterwards, and you know, maybe a few years later, and have said, Lorna, you told me if I wanted to walk I could. Look at me, I'm walking with crutches, but I'm walking. You know, and it's to give people hope not to give up, because everyone has so much to give to the world, not just to yourself, but to give to everyone. We are all spiritually connected. We are all brothers and sisters. I don't know everything myself, but it has begun and it will continue. You know, I don't know what God is up to. I just keep saying that. Listen, I say, God, just send the right people then. You know, I'm just one person, and you just see the right people coming to help. You know,